In the Level 3 award in education and training, we talk about 5 different types of assessments that you should think about in your teaching cycle. So assessments should be used throughout training to determine whether you're actually learning. So if you don't assess your learners, you won't know if they've actually learned anything, let alone progress towards the end goal, whether this is getting a qualification, completing a job induction, or even preparing for a promotion. The idea is to determine your current levels of knowledge, skills and attitudes, KSAs, behaviors and competence as well. So let's start with a diagnostic assessment, which are carried out at any time to diagnose any gaps in learning or any particular learning or learner needs. So when I teach Level 3 award in education and training, I stop after each interval to recap the content via a quiz to identify progress. There are many ways you can do this, which include interviews, learner feedbacks, mind maps, or performance tasks. The diagnostic assessments should be planned throughout your course. Holistic assessment, on the other hand, is about planning your assessments to cover many different aspects at the same time. So, for example, you may want to combine similar elements of a qualification or multiple qualifications into one assessment, as it will save you time as a teacher and save time for the learners. So in the Level 3 award in education and training, we use holistic assessments with the micro-teach session, where we can sign off multiple learners in one go. So one learner completes the micro-teach, their peers will review that session, and then we have evidence for learners giving constructive feedback, then another learner completing the micro-teach. With that, the learner can self-reflect on the session, and the tutor can ask any outstanding questions from their portfolio to reduce the time and effort it takes to complete the assessment. First aid, for example, you can combine the practical assessments of first aid, and such as the CPR and the recovery position, by creating a scenario and assessing them both at the same time, instead of having 2 different assessments for them. Formative assessments are ongoing assessments through a course to determine progress. They're often informal, so it may be asking questions throughout the day, or it could be a mock exam determining readiness for an exam. At the end of the first day of my Level 3 award in education and training courses, I always get the learners to plan and deliver a short icebreaker. The idea is to identify the readiness for planning and delivering the micro-teach session. So different subjects will require different types of assessments. You need to consider what type of assessment you need to use and why. You can then plan when, where, and how this will take place.